All right, guys, welcome back. Going in the second hour here of RollPlay Mirrorshades Week 8. Adam, what's up? Does Bon come back inside?
Yeah, I mean, I assume... Do you guys have anything you want to do before you go to the fine neighborhood of Redmond, Washington? Or can we just talk about that?
Well.
Go ahead, Crusher.
Well.
Go ahead, Ronald Reagan.
When Bon walks in, I leave Knight's ass for the decision she's about to make and want her to have her peace and quiet. And I hand her Tom's card, who is the Orc Underground guy that gave me his card back in the day outside of the club. And on the back of it is the note that's in Roll20. And I hand it to you and just smile and walk away.
There's just so much in Roll20 right now.
It's at the bottom. In the yellow.
In yellow, I believe.
Oh, I see.
I would like to point out, at this moment, I have my head in my hands.
Written in a fine trollish hand.
Yes. The penmanship is...
I was gonna say, how's your calligraphy?
Let's just make a dark joke. Fuck it. Let's just make... Michael J. Fox can write better than I can, Adam. That's how bad it is.
But your reflexes are so good.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. You just never learned to write.
Never talk bad about Michael J. Fox.
Look, Michael J. Fox.
That's your
fucking stellar actor.
That's
I'm
your
just
one
saying.
gimme, man.
Look, you know, some jokes aren't for everyone.
You only get one JP.
Just because you're an old grandpa now.
It was an analogy.
With
less
your
than a
fucking
joke.
San Fran haircut. You don't like Michael J. Fox jokes. Can't get mad at me, man.
Oh, shit.
Can't get mad
So anyway. Okay, so breakdown, you get this business card or whatever with the...
Bon gets it.
Yeah, Bon, you get it, and it says,
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the fuck? Yeah, I hand it to you.
I would love it if you gave it to me.
Yeah.
The breakdown says you smell good. I'm like...
Enormous cybernetic cube.
That would actually be the proper way to play my character.
And take it away from me and then give it to Bon. I'm like...
Happy Valentine.
I pocket it. I'll keep my internal feelings to myself. Adam, we had a couple of questions in inquiring about this area that we're about to go into.
Absolutely.
Like, can you... What would be our understanding of our big threat here? For example, if we just decided to send Crusher in, of
everyone in the group, Crusher is the least likely to just be randomly harassed, which is the opposite of the rest of reality. Like Redmond is still like very heavily populated by humans because there's more humans than anyone else on Earth, but they're like known like Redmond humans. They live there because they're poor and have sworn affiliation to like whatever gang or are too like they're junkies or whatever. No one notices them, but the people in charge of Redmond are orcs and trolls, and there's more of them in this area than anywhere else in Seattle.
What about elves? How do I fare? Not very well, right?
They're more like... This is the weird thing about being an elf, right? Like, people don't see the poor elves. They just see the, like, flashy, fancy ones. Everyone assumes that you're, like, better than humans. The humanist hates elves because of that, because they're like, oh, you think you're better than us? But a lot of the times, like, elves get into fancy restaurants before humans do and stuff. Like, people treat them like they're special and magic, because you have your own magic language, your own countries and stuff.
Right.
In the Barrens... Hard to say. It depends. Like if you're on your own or with orcs, maybe, and you look like tough, you might be okay. But if you went in there with a bunch of humans, you'd be like, "Oh, awesome, human sympathizer." You're probably an asshole.
Gotcha.
It's politically complicated.
I feel like we should be dressing down. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Dia snarled at me.
I mean, I think that she just thought that dressing like poor people might be an offensive idea to go to the poor neighborhood.
But we're looking for a broken down car. I don't say that. Dia. Wow.
I'm definitely getting a sense
Tumblr.
that Night Sass and I should be very...
What?
What?
You
Yeah,
muted
it's
yourself.
like just
What?
faded right out.
Yeah, you faded right
Just,
out.
like,
Am I okay
drifted off
now?
into
Yeah,
It's
the-
nice. I want
Okay,
to
sorry.
That was impressive.
I-
There was no hands. I was like, damn, did you train Minnie to like fade you out? What the fuck?
I was
I need a kid to fade me out on shows, man. Christ.
Now, I got a few more years till that happens, JP. You know, I was saying that based off of Maurice and based off of everything else that's happening, that certainly Bon Bon is starting to feel a little uneasiness about me, Night's Ass, and Breakdown going into this place.
But we'll be in a car, right?
Yeah.
We'll be in a car driven
Technically,
by trolls, right?
orcs, I think, but yeah.
So I think you'd be okay.
All right, if you say we're okay, I'm going to trust your judgment.
I don't. I look at Hadia. I'm like, I'm not the right person to be listening to.
She just puts her hands up, but she's like, I've never been to the Barrens before, and the neighborhood I grew up in is not like that. So, you're the Shadowrunners.
Do you think we're not tough enough, Hadia?
I-
I wrote a synth pop R&B album once. Okay. I think I have what it takes to walk into this neighborhood, Hadia.
Put up
I'm
my
not-
hand
I'm not
for a
one to
fist
say
bump Night's
otherwise.
ass.
All right. I'm gonna trust you, because a good leader is only as good as his team. So, if you guys think we can go in there, I'm behind you.
Do you have the card in your hand or anything like that? Like the card that I handed you?
I put it away.
Do I know? Did I see you put it away? Because I want to like point to that area, and then like hand you the broken phone.
What?
I handed you a card with Tom's contact, who's from the Orc Underground.
Oh, so what? You like point at my pocket or something?
Wherever I saw you put it away, then like
He points at your boob, Bon
Yeah.
Bon.
Yeah, it's just pointing
That.
at your chest.
yeah, and then I hand you the phone.
The broken phone.
Yes.
I kind of like raise my hand awkwardly. Okay, so just establishing right now we're worried about us being harassed, right? We know that we can protect Hadia, and that's like more what we should be worried about, right? So as long as like we're not worried that we're gonna die, right? We're not worried that we're gonna die,
Well,
right?
I mean-
so like
Technically, we put Hadia in danger just for being who we are.
right.
Because if someone fucks with us, then technically they're fucking with Hadia. In a way, sorta.
But if we're all in the car, right? And they don't see us, they just see the orcs driving the car, and then they see Hadia get out with Crusher. And we're just there in case something goes wrong.
I mean, we can certainly try that, and that was the other thing, Adam. Like, what is the infrastructure like here? Is it like total shit? Would I be able to,
Infrastructure in the Barrens?
as in like any sort of LTE network?
Maybe. Like, I mean, you don't go in there without like a satellite phone if you need to get in touch with the rest of the world.
I'm talking about just there. Like, so
Yeah.
if we want to try to, I mean, I don't know if the School for Awakened Youth has, closed circuit TV system.
If I had to sum up the availability of matrix signal in the Barrens, I would say intermittent would be the best word.
But in good old Decker fashion, if I run into the alley, I could fucking connect right into the building from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, you've got ways around that for sure.
Right. Okay. All right.
Well, and I mean, you've heard rumors too that like the Orc Underground runs like private grids and stuff that are as good as any in Seattle, right? That they have outside backers or they get money from somewhere, and they're running like a full submatrix in there on their own. So
Okay.
And I can send in birds. I can send in birds, right? The birds.
Spirits don't know about racism. They can go wherever they want.
I can send in birds.
Birds.
All right, we got birds.
They don't see species.
We got a
We
rock
got
star.
birds can tell me if something happens, so we don't need to worry about like communication necessarily. I mean, the birds. I mean, they just send me like pictures, so I don't really like know like they won't be able to tell me specifics, but I'll be able to see like what's wrong, you know. So I think we can do it. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, just
I think
start
when-
clapping.
Great,
Come on,
Dan. Make it a plan.
I don't have any other way to
Thank
react
you.
to this.
Yeah. I look up when Crusher starts clapping and I look around and I just go back to drawing hearts
His
on
metal
this piece of
arms
paper that Crusher gave
clanging
me.
together happily.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
loud. Like, oh.
And then this card. What's the card? Who?
It's to Tom from the Orc Underground that I got outside of I think the first place, the club where we were at, and he said
Yeah,
if
the
you
very-
ever need
the-
anything, to give
First
him a
episode,
call.
it's got a matrix address, like a private contact address on it.
Okay.
But on the back,
Right, I saw the back too.
Yeah,
obviously written by Breakdown.
But I hide that.
Breakdown refers to themselves in the third person.
Yeah.
I hide that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm aware
so,
of Tom.
So what do you want to do? Do you guys want to like set up like another night here first before you leave? You want to go talk to the concierge? Do you want to leave? Go to the Barons?
Wait,
come
I
back
thought
to
I
the
did.
hotel later. You haven't talked to him since, right? He said, "I'll see what I can do."
Yeah, we should talk to concierge.
Okay. All right. I mean, you can do that on your way out if you want to.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys are in the lobby then. And yeah, that dude that was here, like every time you've been in the lobby, it's the same dude, that like Korean guy. And he's just like there in his suit, looking like he just came out of the plastic. And he's just like looks at you. And when he sees you, he says, as though reading your mind, he's like, "You were looking for another night?
We were.
It's going to be more expensive, but I think we can arrange something."
Well, how much more expensive?
Twice.
Well, 20,000 for one night or 10,000 for one night?
10,000.
I see. I can see like Bon hesitating a little bit, so I nonchalantly slide forward and like slam against the desk because I don't know how to control my fucking giant arms and body. And then just like as I do that, I mean to like slide the cred stick down the table, but I end up just throwing it at the guy.
Okay.
Bon, irrelevancy happens really fast. Everyone might have already forgotten about some of us. You know, maybe we can just stay at another hotel. Do we need to stay here another night?
Yes.
Well,
Yes. We
actually,
should stay here another night.
is the dinner really going to happen again at the Sheraton Downtown Hotel after all the shit that went down?
Do you want to ask Kadia that?
Yes.
She says, I was going to call and ask about that in the car. It's a good point. I don't think I want to go back to that hotel. And you catch something like, because you're talking about the dinner with the guy from Fuji, right?
Right.
You catch some
yeah.
like
Dinner with Sharon in from
Wait, I thought-
UCAS.
Oh, from the UCAS. Okay, yeah. So she looks a little like nervous, and you can't tell right away if it's about like going back to the hotel or like something else. But yeah, there's like an uncharacteristic like sudden kind of like she doesn't care if she ends up going to that one or not.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I
just
actually
threw
don't
my
know.
cred stick at the guy.
I
Like,
don't-
what are we doing?
Yeah, he's holding it, waiting for you to decide.
I just give him a thumbs up.
Okay.
Fancy
All
look.
right.
I definitively say like, yes, we should stay here another night. It's only one more night. It's only one more night, and
All
that way
right.
we won't have to worry, right?
All right, we'll take one more night, but God, I hope my loyalty program is getting a shitload of points for this one.
He just like quirks an eyebrow at you, like, oh, good joke. runs the
humor.
Yeah, it's 10,000 credits. And he hands it back to you, and he says, "Thank you for your business, Mister." And he like leans over, Crusher.
Give him a thumbs up, and then I like mid thumbs up. I put my finger up like there's one more thing, and I make like a scribble note and just wait for a pen and paper to be given to me.
Okay, yeah, he takes out a notepad and a pen.
Rather, there's no space, and I didn't delete this. I put nuts ? And slide it back to him very like very clean and cool.
So he looks at you again, maintaining the cool like we're talking about something serious, and he's like, "Did you have any in particular that you were craving?"
I look back over at Knight's ass very slowly.
He looks at me.
I look back. I don't know, and then I just go like.
Silent, awkward triangle.
I put like, I write like P, and then A, and then scratch the A, and like I, and then scratch the I, and put an A again, and then question mark, and then put Cho at the end, question mark, and hand it to him.
He looks at you and he says, "I will have a selection brought to your room."
I start thumbs up, just nonstop.
folds the piece of paper, puts it in his pocket.
Oh, okay.
So, do we know what time we're leaving?
Yeah, I assume we can just jump to like you guys in the limo at this point. Bonbon, are you in the front with Maurice again?
Yeah.
Wait, we're in the limo?
Yeah, he's taking you to the like checkpoint. They're gonna walk across. So.
Got it.
Okay. So between the two of you in the middle seat, everybody else is in the back. In the middle seat, there's a brown paper package. It's a little bigger than you could just fit comfortably under one arm. Crusher could just barely like hold it with one hand. It's like cube shaped, wrapped in brown paper, and then the brown paper is like tied with string. And it's sitting between you. And so you get in, and you guys are on your way to the Barrens. And Maurice seems like uncharacteristically quiet for his usual bombastic self.
And I have the package in the front.
It's sitting between the two of you, yeah,
Okay.
on the seat.
Am I in a position to where I can roll up and roll down the privacy window?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Anytime Maurice talks to Bonbon or Breakdown, I roll it up.
Okay.
But Bonbon's in the front. So rolling it up
Bonbon's
doesn't
in the
matter.
front with him. So.
No, I use it as like it goes up, and then if they
You
continue
just
talking,
to make the noise and just keep upping.
Okay. Maurice, you're a little quiet over there, buddy.
So he like looks over and he's like, "No, girl, I'm just worried about you's all."
you just start.
Malfunctioning robot.
You see that big guy back there? I think he'll keep us perfectly safe.
Yeah, I hope so. Parents are bad news. I hate to see a fine thing like you getting in trouble.
Yeah, We're only gonna be there for like 4 hours. It's gonna be in and out. This can't be worse than a bunch of racists shooting up a gala while we're trying to enjoy a dance and a dinner.
He just sighs heavily, turns the radio up a little bit.
How many people is gonna be riding with you, brother?
You mean my cousin? I don't know.
I mean your cousin. Jesus Christ.
He
really are uptight today. God.
Like, look, it's a big thing to ask me, and we don't barely know each other. So I'm going out on a limb here for you. It's a big deal.
Wait, Maurice. Oh, Maurice.
At this point, I put it all the way down. I'm just listening.
You're going out on a leash for me, even though, like, 2 days ago, we're sitting outside a Humanis bar, and you were ready to call up your cousin and get him to just storm the whole thing. I feel like you're sending me mixed messages here.
he's like, look, I'm a big enough man to know when I'm being, I'm just putting it out there. Like, I want you to think I'm like a big shot and stuff, and that's just what that was about, right? Like, I got cousin, he's connected, and it's true. Like, I got this guy, and I known him since we was kids, and he's in a gang and everything, but like, some of that was just talk, okay? It's bravado, talking big for a fine woman, and he like kind of like looks at you and then realizes like, oh, I'm driving, gotta look at the road.
You would lie about your image, Maurice? That is just wrong.
Sess is like in the back of the car.
Yeah, I
Like,
start clapping.
excuse me.
So he leans over his shoulder and kind of like looks back like while he's at a stoplight at you, Night Sass. It's like, look, did I ask you for your opinion? I'm having a conversation with Bonbon up here.
Just goes all the way up.
I tell him to leave it up. And
Yeah,
he's
he's
like,
like,
yeah,
"Ah."
keep going.
So he says to you, Bonbon, he's like, man, y'all friends are some disrespectful motherfuckers. You
Yeah,
you better
well,
not be like this with Deshaun, because I'm just going to get my feelings hurt, but I told you, keep them under control.
I started talking to Crusher about how he's such a fraud.
is Deshaun gonna have me and my friends' back?
Deshaun's a good kid. He'll watch out for you. He'll do what I say, especially if you bring him this, and he like pats the package.
All right, then we're gonna be just fine.
All right. So I think as you're saying that, you're like pulling up. So as you guys, anyone who's in the back who's like paying attention to what's happening out the windows, you can see Hadia like staring intently. The city sort of just like falls away as you get closer to Redmond. Buildings get less and less obviously well kept. The cars stop being parked and start being like, missing wheels and like with the glass all broken out. There's graffiti everywhere. Most of the like lights hanging over the street don't work the closer you get, and you come around a corner and down at the end of the street you can see like literally like a 3-story tall like concrete checkpoint, like Soviet style, like big like UCAS flag flapping over it, military style checkpoint. And the car slows to a stop. There's like a parking lot outside. There's a small building that says like security office. And then there's this road that doesn't look like it's seen like an actual car in a really long time. There's like litter everywhere, mailbox knocked over in the middle of the street. And you see like spray painted on the like inside of the checkpoint, like abandoned hope and then like a skull. And no one seems to give a shit. You can see inside too, there's like one of those like wood arms that's down with the red and white like hatching on it to block car traffic. And there's a little booth with someone in it. You can see like the vague outline of a uniform, somebody sitting in this booth by the road. So he pulls the limo into the parking lot, and Maurice looks at you and then looks at the package and is like, just keep your friends safe, keep yourself safe, don't fucking lose this thing. I think you'll be okay.
All right. Can I put the package in like a backpack?
It's pretty big. Also, you would have to have a backpack.
Well,
Zing.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, yes, maybe if it was a big backpack.
I would have had the foresight to bring it, but apparently the package is too big. So
Are we trying? Do we have to conceal?
I hand it to Crusher.
Do you have the word backpack written on your inventory? Does anyone? Because then you could put it in a backpack. But if you don't,
You said it was too big now.
I'm being nice. I'm saying if you have a backpack, you could put it in there. But I don't think anyone.
I've
does.
just got the clothes on my back and
Yep.
lots of Dove stuff.
No backpack.
Did I get like a hotel branded backpack?
No, they don't give out backpacks at the hotel.
It was a pretty
Is,
sweet. Oh.
Is Hadia sitting next to me, Adam?
Yeah, she's sitting like fairly close to you, but you're not sitting like you take up an entire like they have a special seat for you because you're a troll. Right? So the limo has
On the back of one of my cards, it has my little stupid story thing on it. I write that message and then hand it to Hadia with the stupid little face and everything.
Oh.
Okay, I see it, the little eyes.
Yep.
It's cute.
Yep.
All right, she laughs and looks at you and she nods and she's like, I know you do. I'm gonna stay really close to you. If anybody gives me shit, you tell them what for.
I blush.
And then she
a
kind of
bit.
like, she like looks down. She's like, I mean, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, I blush a little bit and then start messing with the window again.
Look, I can make the window go up and down.
Yeah.
I still have that pen on me from when I was drawing hearts. So I write in really big letters on the box, like not valuable.
Package? Okay.
Yeah.
Subtle. Very subtle. People will see that and be like, well, I don't bother robbing
Just
them.
$0.
Not worth
Yeah.
it, yeah.
All right, Crusher, you take the package.
Okay. I grab. How can I strap this on my back? You said it's in a back. No, we were trying to put it in a backpack. Do I just put this under my shoulder?
You
Or...
just tuck it under your arm or something.
under
Yeah.
my arm.
I mean, for you, it's not that. I mean, it's big for everyone. It's the same size for everyone, but relative to your body, it's not that big.
And I know that we had talked about like dressing down. I just have my full armor and my weapons, right? Like, is that?
So you're just going in full RoboCop?
I'm pretty sure I am, unless someone told me otherwise.
We never had that conversation, so
Yeah, I guess I'm just walking in full RoboCop.
I
mean,
look like
I-
I'm homeless, like
Yeah.
usual.
I thought about it, but I was never committed to that plan or anything. You know, I have like, just like kind of like evening wear, but like evening wear I can run around in. You know. It's
All
kinda
right,
my
you know,
You're
Night
just
Sass looks
fashion
beautiful, like normal. She looks her gorgeous self. So if anyone asks, we're escorting her for a concert here in Redmond. Just in case.
Beautiful,
Okay.
well-dressed human woman just walking the streets alone wouldn't do.
To throw
She
them
did
off.
make a synth pop R&B
I
album.
heard about
True.
that.
and
She
to
is
throw them
much
off,
more thug than we at first
Yes.
believed.
Thank you, I am. I think we should actually have like hold that concert for real. It could be like a diversion, a distraction.
I look very disgusted with this idea. I guess I stand behind Night Sass and I just shake my head like this as she's talking.
Do I hear metal clunking?
You hear something rattling around in his skull.
I assume
Loose
Crusher's going like
cybernetics.
this. And I'm
Obviously.
like, yeah, see, Crusher's digging it.
While everybody's like getting out of the car and grabbing their things and stuff, I want to just like touch Bonbon's arm, like, I want to say something to you, and and just say, I know I was talking with Hadia earlier, and she was saying that she just kind of felt like I wasn't gonna be very useful here, but I just want you to know, like, I want you to feel like you can rely on me, you know, like I'm gonna keep you safe too.
Like,
Just-
all of a sudden, Bon like intensely grabs Breakdown by the shoulder and is like, I don't care what anyone else says. Your birds are fucking beautiful. And then just lets go.
I tap Night Sass on the shoulder and point over to that. Just like
Just
very
like-
confused.
I just like don't know what to say, but I'm obviously like really pleased.
All right, let's get moving.
All right.
I give Crusher his own thumbs up.
Did you give me a thumbs up? Is that what you said?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
I like how you do it.
I like meet your hand and think we're playing a thumb war or something. I'm confused.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Then I break
Did you
your
go
hand
easy
off.
on me?
Yeah, exactly. Just That's how you win a thumb where you shoot someone, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are just gonna walk up to the like checkpoint. So the
I think
inside
so.
there's like a tunnel to get through the wall basically, and you notice there's like security. Everybody notices the security camera. Bonbon's the only one that notices that it's not on in this direction. There's two, like they're facing kind of opposite each other. The one looking out is either broken or not turned on. The one facing in is turned on. You notice there's like tire damage strips in the tunnel, but they only face one direction. And you guys walk up to this little booth, and you notice that the side of the booth was originally covered with a bunch of like warning signs. Like you can barely make out the edge of like a radiation sign and a bunch of other like warnings from the city and from Lone Star, but they're all just covered in graffiti.
Which direction do the tire strips face?
They face in, so if you were trying to get out, your tires would blow.
All right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and so you
Can
walk
I kind
up.
of inspect them and just see if they can be like ripped up? Maybe they're taped down or
They're-
glued down.
They're part of the cement, so it's really just a like a metal grate that pops up and is sharp, but is
Alright.
down right now, so you could drive over it. Though, like I said, it doesn't look like anyone has. There's like garbage piled in the corners. You definitely see like at least one or two people on the other side, like in sleeping bags, like under a pile of like refuse. There's some shopping carts along the side walls. And in the booth, as you get closer, like the walls of the booth on the outside are just like totally scratched to shit, and the inside, like they're colored like kind of like an off yellow by the dwarf that's sitting inside smoking like a cigar, and you can see like smoke kind of like coming out of the little booth as you approach.
I suddenly have this like realization that I never asked Maurice about the how we're getting out part,
Mm-hmm.
and so I run back to the limo really fast. I'm like, Maurice,
Okay,
what about?
He's like starting to pull out, and he stops and like rolls his window down and leans over.
Wait, you said that we were going to cover getting out of here, and I just realized that we haven't gone over that portion of the plan. I'm wondering maybe if you could do that.
Yeah. You call me when you're on your way out. I'll come meet you at whatever exit you're at.
All right, I thought you said it was going to be a little harder than...
Hey, I just do the pickup. You have to get through security. That's on you.
All right. Great. And I run back.
Okay. All right. So who's gonna go up to the customs guy and have this conversation with him, or whatever, the border guard dude?
The one... Hadia.
Via looks like wide-eyed and like kind of pale.
I just wanted to see if you'd talk to yourself, Adam. Maybe. I don't...
We try that with Neil.
I was hoping that would
It
happen with
also worked.
Maurice.
Yeah.
I was really hoping Maurice would like call his cousin.
All we gotta do is just get Maurice and this guy and Hadia in a conversation. Maybe Carter from the hotel.
Yep.
Actually, all of you guys can just go play Here's the Storm or some shit. I'm gonna just role play it by myself.
All right, let me know
Show.
when you're done.
Starring Adam.
All right. Well, shit. All right. I mean, Crush is not going to talk to this guy. Maybe he could. I don't know.
I look down.
Crush it.
I look over at him and like pull the visor up, and my eyes are just big. And I just point to myself. I put the visor down, pull it back up, put some gum in, put it back down again, and then just start strolling off to the customs.